Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We had a good run of cattle this week. It's summertime. It's soon, well, the end of August, the end of July and the 1st of August. Summer's really passing on by, and we're into the dog days of summer, and that heat is really something. We're getting a lot of cattle in on Sunday. And that's a good thing too. A lot of people are working their cows on the weekends, but when you check your cattle in on Sunday, the guys that are putting them up for you, they're putting them back there on sprinkler pins and hay. They have hay and water, shade cloth, and we're doing everything we can do to keep those animals as cool, calm, and collected as possible. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, especially when it's hot. And you get some animals that are acting a little crazy, and they want to run around, and they're a long way from home, and things happen. So we're doing all we can do to protect and keep those animals as safe and calm and ready to go as we can, because they got to stand in those pens Sunday night, and then the sale doesn't start until Monday at noon. But we get those cattle in first. We process them as fast as we can so they can get it on over with and get back to the pen and stay calm. But we had a lot of cattle Monday, close to 1,500 head Monday, and then Tuesday turned right around and had another big run, 1,600 head or so there Tuesday. So it's that time of the year, and we're seeing some really good front end calves. I'm talking about outstanding, good quality calves, and they're selling really good. Market was called steady on both slaughter classes and feeder classes this week, and I think that's a pretty accurate report. A couple weeks ago, those 4-weight steer calves really got out of line. On the good side, they were bringing up there around close to $4 a pound. They were up there in the mid to upper threes. Those calves are probably back down to the mid threes, $3.40, $3.50 a pound. On the 4 weights, the 5 weights are up there around $2.60 or $2.70, maybe $2.80, and the 6 weight calves are bringing $2.30 to $2.40, $2.45. That's on the steers, and the heifers have tightened that little gap between the discount to steers. Some people may think that the heifers are in more demand because people are starting to keep more heifers, or there are more heifers being bought for retention. Or another thought was just that the steers are so high and so expensive that you get a better bargain with the heifer, and she doesn't perform quite as well as the steers do in the feedlot, but she'll gain. And if you can give a little bit less, a couple $100 less for a heifer than you do a steer, well, then you may be better off doing that. So anyways, the heifers have tightened the gap on the discount for whatever reason, so that's a good thing. And that's going to mean that your calves are just going to dollar out better. Had a lot of really good calves, like I said, and those front end calves are in high demand. Slaughter cows were still high. They were off a couple of weeks ago with just huge runs of cows everywhere. I think it was a supply-demand thing, and there was a bigger supply. We were holding some cattle over from the previous week that didn't get picked up and processed. So anytime you see that happen, it means that there's a big inventory out there for these buyers to pick through. But it kind of seemed like they got them bought, and they got them loaded and got them out of here this week a little bit better. And all I read and hear about is how we have slaughtered a lot of cows, and cow inventory is down. And we've talked about that being the highest demand meat is hamburger meat, and that ground meat is really in high demand simply because the cost of all meat is up. And all the packers are trying to do, everything they've done so far is hasn't really worked out for them that much. They've slowed their chain speeds. They're killing fewer cattle. In the last couple of weeks, they've killed less than 600,000 head a week, which is historically low. Usually this time of year they'll be killing or processing over 600,000 head a week. So that's been less They've tried to keep the boxed beef prices up there at a higher level, and the last I read, the boxed beef prices were around $3.10 or $3.12. That's off from a high of, I believe, $3.30, which was extremely high. But even at that, these packers are not they're not making any money, and they don't like that too much. But they're trying to do what they can to back up the prices coming out of the feedlot. But it looks like these feeders kind of have the upper hand, and they're not giving in that easily. And these prices at the feedlots are still up there really good. The futures board has been acting fairly normal, whatever that is for that, because it's up and down a lot. But the board is kind of up there where cash should be. August feeders are up there around 265 or so, and that's pretty close to what the cash is. And on the fat cattle side of it, there's cattle being traded for over $1.90, probably up there around $1.92 or $3 or $4 this week, and that's a lot for those packers to have to give to make any money. So anyway, it's coming back down to the producers, and that's a good thing. And as long as this herd stays the size that it is before numbers start increasing and more cows are put into the inventory, and that number starts growing, then that'll be when this cycle, you'll start seeing the cycle turn back around. But that's going to take some time. And beef demand is good. It's beats the alternatives, that's for sure. So that's a good thing. What else is going on? August the 8th will be our producers cattle auction sale. That is not this week, that's next Thursday, August the 8th, and there'll be some good calves on that sale. If you're looking to buy truckload lots of calves, that's producerscattleauction.com. You can go to Okeechobee Livestock Market website to find that address, to find that catalog. If you're interested or needing any cattle to graze, check us out. What else? Let's see. School's going to start in a couple of weeks, so you still got that free labor that you've been using all summer long, and taking advantage of those kids not being in school. I know there've been enough of them around here at the market for the last few months. So those kids will be going back to school, and you're going to have to start doing it your own self. You can't get those kids you'll have to open your own gates from now on until next summer. So that's about it. We had a really good week. We appreciate your patience when things get busy down at the unloading docks. I know trailers will be backed up to the tractor store down the road sometimes, and across the street, and we process those trucks and get those cattle out as quick as we can. But we appreciate your patience, and bear with us, and we're doing the best we can to get your cattle in and get them put up and tended to, and we get them all right about 99.9% of the time. If we have any problems, we're able to figure it out. We've got surveillance cameras. We can check pens, we can check cattle, we can check when they're loaded, when they're unloaded, and so we take a lot of that guesswork out, and technology in some cases is good, so we're happy for that. On the high price side of the week, here's a familiar name, an old friend of mine, maybe not that old, but just a friend of mine, Robert Claxton, who hardly misses a week of selling cattle here for him or Bob or the family or B&E. Good people, good friends. He topped the calf market with a 195-pound steer calf, I'm assuming, probably a bull calf. But anyway, that little 195-pound calf brought $5 a pound. That calf was bought by Oak Lake. Good job, Robert. And on the slaughter cow side, GU Livestock from Clewiston topped the cow market with a 1,290-pound cow that brought $1.50. That's 150. That cow was bought by Florida Beef. That's your market report. Thank you for watching. Tune in to our reports. Thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We'll keep bringing these reports to you. Thank you for your business. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.